All right, on to our debate now. Well, campaigning has intensified in Bihar ahead of the two-phase assembly election. Prime Minister Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah and Congress leader Rahul Gandhi addressed rallies across key constituencies. The day saw sharp exchanges on governance, development and past political violence. Prime Minister Modi addressed a public rally in Ara, accusing Congress and RJD leaders of disrespecting Hindu traditions, including calling the Mahakumbh Faltu and Chhath Mahaparv a drama. He urged voters to punish such remarks severely, and at the same time he described a developed Bihar as central to a developed India, focusing on industrial growth and youth employment. On the other hand, leader of the opposition Rahul Gandhi rallied in Begusarai, committing to an Indie bloc government serving all castes equally. He criticized Prime Minister Modi for distracting the youth with social media reels amidst unemployment and promised a world-class university rivaling Nalanda. Well, both the alliance have laid out their manifestos, with the NDA making 25 promises across a 69-page manifesto, which includes the promise to give 1 crore plus government jobs and employment. Counting the NDA's promises, the Indie bloc has offered an end to contact employment in government jobs, skill census, jobs, loans waivers and medical colleges and freebies in power, education, agriculture and to all women. The Indie bloc has promised a slew of legislations against exam paper leak, financial harassment, reservation cap and a relook at the liquor ban currently imposed in Bihar. The question that arises is, which promise will resonate most with the people of Bihar? Let's get to talk about this with our guest. Joining us on the show is Mr. Binu Menon, BJP leader; Neeraj Mishra, spokesperson for the Congress, also with us on the broadcast; Sumit Peer, political commentator, is here with us as well; Advocate Manasvi Thapar, political analyst, joins us on the show as well. Thank you everyone for being a part of this conversation. It's an important day to talk about what's happening in Bihar. Sumit, I'll begin with you. Well, there's been a lot said by the opposition, by the NDA as well. There's lots that we will also discuss. But what's at the fore at this point in time? A number of polls that have come out online, on X and a plethora of other platforms, Sumit, go on to indicate that the NDA has an edge, but that edge, Sumit, is very, very thin, considering the fact that unemployment, infrastructure and unfulfilled promises of the NDA era largely loom on the minds of the voters. And of course, Mr. Prashant Kishore's party may, not bag as many seats as Mr. Kishore is confident of. But the fact of the matter is that it will take away votes from either party and either the NDA and the Mahagathbandhan. Where do you stand at this, and what is the learning here for the NDA as well when it comes to Nitish Kumar and the alliance they've had for the past 20 years, barring those 1.5 years where the Mahagathbandhan was in power?
Vinny, thank you very much for having me on your show. Good question to begin with, sir. I think looking at by far the situation, I'll stretch my neck out, and this is what I've been saying on your show and your channel consistently. NDA is going to make it. It might not be a 2/3 kind of a majority, but somehow they will be able to pull it through, because all the alliance partners have a finite seat sharing arrangement. They know their areas, they know their strengths, they are going in there, and Modi guarantee is going to work. Yes, there might be anti-incumbency against Nitish Babu. I believe a lot of people want to see a new change because he has been there for quite some time. And this time, if you look at the seat sharing between BJP and JDU, it's not a junior senior partner. It's a kind of at an equal footing. So whoever performs better out of BJP and JDU, they will have the chief minister. In all likelihood, if you look at the polls, it is BJP who is going to do better. And I think if Prime Minister Modi has stretched his neck out and promised a lot of things, and and the thing is very clear, it is not declared Nitish Babu as the by default chief ministerial candidate. That is not there. On the other side, we know it's Mr. Yadav who is the chief ministerial candidate. You can have some resonance of people with the Tejasvi Yadav, but those Jungle Raj days are not gone. People has not forgotten them. The quantum of violence in Bihar has not been forgotten. Recently, there was an encounter in Delhi where four, these gangsters from Bihar were gunned down and all. So people know what are at stakes, but for Tejasvi Yadav, it is the now or never. If he cannot make it now, it will be almost the debacle of his dynasty. You see, the brother has already parted his ways. The uncle is not with him. We don't know after 5 years, looking at the health of Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav, how the things will turn out. So for Tejasvi, it's now or never. Mr. Rahul Gandhi is giving it a best shot. Hoga, hoga, and hua to hua. I'll say it hua to hua. That's how he looks at it. And for BJP, it is the opportunity to get into Bihar with NDA and have a BJP chief minister this time around and really deliver the quantum of development and all what have delivered in UP and all, from a Bimaru state to the second most powerful GDP in the country. You can do it, and Bihar has great potential. Biharis are fantastic people, very sharp people, and Bihar has minerals, it has wealth, it has agriculture. It's only you have to organize it a bit. Yes, there has been unemployment is a problem. Nobody can deny that. But I think if UP can be turned around with such a big population, I think Bihar much easier than that.
Okay.
If you have.
All right, that's a good point. That's an excellent point that you in fact come up with, Sumit Peer. Mr. Menon, the BJP should have its own chief minister, but the fact of the matter is that their most promising candidate, Mr. Sushil Kumar Modi, died last year. He was somebody who had done a lot of work, but there is also talk and murmurs about Nitish Kumar's declining health. Even if the NDA comes into power, there could be a leadership crisis, considering the fact that the choices in terms of leadership are far in between for the NDA.
See, Amit Shah ji has made it very clear that the person who would be leading the NDA would be the choices made by the NDA MLAs. It's not at all like Parivarwad, the family would lead, father, then the son. This would not be in NDA. And that too, the NDA coins upon what it has done in the past, its reign. The development it has done, if it is in the field of medicine, medical aid, whether it's in education, whether it's in infrastructure, the BJP is coining, the NDA is coining upon what it has done. The Sushashan, we are progressing, we are portraying the progress card of ours, what we have done till now. As I remember, in 2024, the Bihar Business Connect, around 1.8 lakh crore was invested in Bihar, and in that 90,000 crore alone was invested in renewable resources. The amount of roads built up in Bihar, it amounts to 55,000 kilometers. Where Lalu Prasad ji used to say that if I am building roads, the Bihar police will come to you. And as of what the Mahagathbandhan is, it is a fraction of people who are standing against Modi. That's their only aim. They are a team against Modi ji. That's it. If you see, Lalu ji had named his daughter Misa just because he was booked under Misa, and he was the person who had pledged to destroy Congress. Now today they have all the corrupt parties, the people who have been looting India, the people who have been looting Bihar, they have come together to save themselves and stand against Modi. It is an alliance against Modi. It is nothing related to the development of Bihar, nothing related to the development of the country. What are they proposing? See, as NDA came to power, NDA has improved the infrastructure in Bihar, the medical facilities in Bihar, the schooling in Bihar, the medical facilities in Bihar. During the Jungle Raj, even the wife of an IAS officer was not safe. Ransom, kidnapping was an organized sector there. What we have put up is we are putting forward an IT park. We are putting forward an organized sector. We have set up Makhana board. Makhana is one of the major productions which happens in Bihar. We have set up a board for Makhana. We have set up a proper and working establishment for fisheries. What has the Mahagathbandhan till now done? They have looted Bihar. They are the people who have deteriorated Bihar, because of which the Palayan from Bihar has happened till now. I remember one of those words of Lalu ji, where he says that people of Bihar gamcha pehen ke jate hain aur suit boot pehen ke aate hain. He proudly used to say that the people of Bihar they have to leave Bihar and go outside in search of job. We as the NDA government, as the ruling party in Bihar, we wish to establish a Bihar, a progressive Bihar, Today,
Okay.
today
All right.
Bihar
All right.
is
On
the
that, yeah,
fourth,
I get your,
fourth
I get
fastest
your
growing
drift.
economy in the state,
I get your
in
drift,
the
Mr.
country. Sorry.
All right, I get your drift, Mr. Menon. Let me also get a response from Mr. Neeraj Mishra, spokesperson for the Congress party on this, and then of course we'll go to Manasvi Thapar. Mr. Mishra, what do you make of what Mr. Menon had said? That obviously the comparison is always going to be between what the Jungle Raj did in Bihar and what the NDA has been able to accomplish in the last couple of decades. Although at this point in time, you have also accused the NDA of fielding a number of criminals, from a number of constituencies in Bihar. But the same can be said for the Congress party and even for some of the other independent parties in Bihar, that, the government structure as well as the polity cannot do without the criminality, which is embedded in the politics of Bihar.
Vineet bhai, I wanted to start with the dual PhD which the Prime Minister has. One is in drama and second is in misquoting. But leaving that aside, I will come to my colleague from the BJP. I don't know if he is an official spokesperson, but what he has quoted has actually refuted the words of Mr. Amit Shah. So my friend quoted that 90,000 crore rupees of investment has come in for renewable energy in Bihar. My friend, if you know, for setting up renewable energy plants, you need a lot of land. And Mr. Amit Shah has been quoting here and there everywhere that because there is lack of land which can be used for industrial purposes or any other purposes, how has he offered these investors the land which is required for that? Point number one. Point number two, he has quoted an incident of that IAS officer's wife and an IAS officer. So he should tell the people that Lovely Anand is member of parliament from Bihar, is from which faction or from which fold. She is from the Gunda alliance which you represent. Anand Mohan, his son, is also an MLA and is contesting as an MLA. You just tell where Chetan Anand is in which fold. Point number three, what Mr. Menon was talking about Jungle Raj, why I wanted to tell you that the Prime Minister has a PhD in misquoting is the fact that this term Jungle Raj, it was coined by late Mr. Sushil Modi, and our friends from the media do not research it and always misquote it. Jungle Raj is today when NCRB data says that in all the parameters of crime, whether it is murder, whether it is rape, whether it is crime against women, whether it is a syndicate of illegal activities happening, Bihar lies at number 1, 2 or 3 on various parameters. You tell me, if this is not Jungle Raj, when a law for probation is brought in and an illegal syndicate is created and now you have home delivery of liquor everywhere. So you see what kind of Susashan which these people quote is happening in Bihar. Actual Gunda Raj and Mahajangal Raj is today's Bihar. And my friend, because my question was very simple, if he is the official spokesperson, can he clearly say what he said, that BJP, Amit Shah has said that the Vidhayak Dal will take a call on who will become the chief minister. So if that is true, then Vineet, this should be a headline that now BJP has taken this official line. Because whenever asked to anybody else, people says Amit Shah is not authorized. Amit Shah is not the party's national president. He is nobody to take a decision and he has just quoted the procedure. Now if an official BJP spokesperson who represents the BJP's president's office is now saying this, then it should be a headline that BJP has decided that Nitish Kumar will not become the chief minister. So all these things aside, what we are offering, what my friend was asking, in 17 months, what we offered was 4,42,000 jobs and a notification for another 3,32,000 jobs, which in total was around 8 lakh jobs. What we did, we made a new tourism policy, because of which now both Gaya, Shehar, Madhubani, all these places are being developed. That Sita Temple Foundation, which also happened, is because of that tourism policy which we brought in. What we did for the people of Bihar, we brought in a sports policy in which we said if you will bring medal, you will be awarding you with a job for, like a DSP, which happens in Haryana, which was also a policy brought by us. So in those limited 17 months, we were creating that base on which Bihar will grow. And people have seen that ray of light in Tejasvi's governance. And now today, people are saying that in 17 months, if they could bring in these many changes, if we give them chance for next 5 years, they will short change the destiny of Bihar, because for last 20 years, NDA, BJP, LJP and all these parties have
Right.
looted in one single year.
Okay.
70,000
All right. Fair
crore
enough.
rupees.
I have your point.
70,000
I want to
crore
bring in
rupees worth of
Manasvi as well.
utilization
Right, Mr.
certificates are
Mishra.
missing.
I
And
understand.
I'm telling you
All right. Fair
that
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I get your point. We have to look at the time constraints as well. Let me also bring in Manasvi into this conversation. Manasvi, Tejasvi Yadav, of course, saying that 1 crore people will get government jobs. But, you have to look at this particular statement or this promise from the point of view that the RJD has not been in power, and this is going to be the 5th election straight, Manasvi, where they will be in fact craving for power. And making these economic justice promises embedded with social justice matrix, how is that prudent for a leader like Tejasvi Yadav? And what do you think are the prospects when both the parties are basically going for the reveries they stood against?
Vineet, one thing we need to understand is Tejasvi RJD has been judged for something which they have not done. In the last 20 years, they are not in power. On the contrary, the statistics can only speak for someone who's in power. In 2020, the BJP manifesto commitment was that 19 lakhs jobs we will be giving. Today, as we stand, we only have 4 lakhs recruitments done till now. And let's not talk about the paper leaks which have happened in 7 major exams from BPSC to constables, etc. So these were there in the NDA ruled Sarkar, which is just in the last 3-4 years what we see. What was promised was 1 medical school, 1 medical college per district would be given. As of now, only 9 colleges have been built. It was said that 6,000 rupees annual aid to small farmers would be given, and cold storages would be there in all 38 districts. What we know as of now, only 14 districts have these functional cold storage. Rest all don't have anything. New ITIs would be implemented, polytechnics would be created. Only none has been on ground. What was told to us was that rural Bihar would have around 34,000 square kilometer of roads in the entire Bihar region. What we know today is that only 5,000 roads such has been built. It was told in Patna the metro would be built by 2025. It is still under construction. It was said that Bihar will have 24/7 electricity. We have high connectivity outrages in the North Bihar region. So what happens here is what is told and what is delivered is completely different. On tap water, it was said that by 2022, every Bihari will have tap water in its house. Only 62% of rural coverage has been done, which is an increase from the previous 5 years from 24% to 62%. But the reality is the statistics are much different from what is told. What is against RJD and Tejasvi is that Gunda Raj aa jayega, Parivarwad aa jayega. They have nothing to prove. The answers have to come from BJP. The answers have to come from JDU. And on contrary, Gunda Raj kya hota hai? When Chote Sarkar is in JDU, he is facing 28 criminal cases, including murder and kidnapping. When Mishri Lal Yadav from BJP is there, he was disqualified by the judgment of the court. When Ashok Chaudhary of JDU is still there with lying accusation worth hundreds of crores of rupees, had been alleged. So that is not Gunda Raj. While you are in power, your ministers, your MLAs are completely filled with Gunda Rajas. And let me remind you, the ADR report of 2017 said that 76% of criminal charges are being faced by the sitting ministers of Bihar. So these are all statistics by and large against the BJP and JDU. They have nothing to answer on these fronts. What is against them? What is that they are saying कि इनका परिवारवाद है, इनका गुंडा राज आ जाएगा. Apart from that, there is nothing for Tejasvi to prove because he has not done anything wrong. And also from the statistics point of view, in 2020 the margin was less than 0.05% between the BJP and the BJP-led NDA and the RJD-led Mahagathbandhan. So the reality is it's a very thin line who's gonna win, who's gonna lose. But on the perception front, on in terms of who's giving better speeches, who has the better infrastructure. As per the recent report, it says that for every social media post, BJP spends around 65 crores and Congress spends around 12 crores. So that is the massive difference of funding which these political parties have. They have a larger Karyakarta base, they have the larger funding base, they have the larger booth management, while the other opposition parties, since they have been in opposition at the center of Congress for 11 years and RJD since last 20 years have been in opposition, they don't have that kind of momentum. All they have is issues. And for the first time in Bihar, the most important issue is the job for the youth. The skilled, the educated youth is still unemployed. What are we telling them?
Okay. We have a paucity of time. Appreciate everybody who joined. And Sumit wanted to make a quick point. Sumit, a minute to you, please. Sumit, quickly.
Does the blot go? Does the blot go? No. And even when recently Mahagandhan and Mr. Tejasvi Yadav was in the power, remember the scam? Zameen do, nokri lo. Zameen do, nokri lo. Bhaiya, he is desperate to come back to power at any cost because he knows if he gets out of the power this time, it's gone for good. And his own brother is opposing him and calling the shots. What do you want to say now? Zameen do, nokri lo was a 20-year, 30-year-old fact. If can emergency be forgotten?
Allow me.
40 years back, can it forget that? No.
Allow me.
Single Ross was a phenomena which shattered the image of India, which shattered the image of Bihar, where it was organized crime. Can anybody forget Shahabuddin and his atrocity? Who was giving patronage to Shahabuddin? Kiska banda tha Shahabuddin? We all know.
Okay, all right. We've run out of time, but appreciate everybody's sentiments. Of course, we're going to find out on the 14th of November as to what really appealed to the people who are going to be voting in Bihar on the 6th and the 11th of November. We have some breaking news to talk about now. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has made a statement, and I quote, "We have to reduce reliance on America. We have made progress in ties with India. I haven't met Prime Minister Modi, but our foreign ministers have met." Let's listen in and see what else he had to say.
We already... And those are the discussions we're having, and you can see the traction we're getting. Free trade deal with Indonesia, free trade talks now launched with Philippines and Thailand, two of our largest. We already have free trade through something called the CPTPP with a number of those other economies. A turning point in our relationship with China. Progress which we have been making with India. Not part of these meetings, so I didn't meet directly with Prime Minister Modi here. The foreign minister, other ministers have been meeting with India. That's what we're doing to build our strength at home first and foremost, build these partnerships abroad, reduce our reliance on the United States.
All right, on that note, we take a short break. We'll be right back.